Coach, welcome back.
Thank you.
I'd like to start with a statement, and then we will open up to questions from everybody here.
I don't have much of a statement other than it's good to be back with my team, and I liked our defense.
Becky, we talked on media day, and I asked you how the dream compared to the reality of winning your first championship. You said outside of the parade, it still felt surreal to you. You said you needed ring night to know that it was real. Now that it's here, I pose the same question.
I mean, it's hard to look at those rings and not understand that it's real. It's an unbelievable crowd, unbelievable moment. Obviously really happy for our whole team, that 2022 team, all the members. It was a special run, and I think it was nice to enjoy it. Obviously, my mind is never far from the task at hand, so I took my little 5 minutes, enjoyed it, and then it was back to work. More importantly, our players took that same approach. They've just proved over and over again they can have a lot of distractions, but when the lights come on, they show up.
Becky, the rings are one thing and soaking that in, but for you personally, when you turn around and not only are you seeing the unveiling of the banner, but it's resting next to your jersey, that's a personal moment for you, I would imagine.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were going to hang it right there, but I will say it looks very lovely next to it. They need some neighbors though, so some other jerseys will be up there eventually, I know.
Hey, Coach.
And championship banners, hopefully.
You have always talked about living in a moment, and for somebody that has never seen the Aces, didn't know what you guys went through last year to get to this point where you are now, how would you describe the team, and most importantly, how would you describe Becky Wilson as a player?
I really don't have enough adjectives for Asia Wilson. What I will say is you guys get to see her on the court. You get to see her work, how she is, her fire, her skill set, how she plays the game. And it doesn't even compare with her as a person. She's the MVP of the league. And I'm telling you, she's times 1,000 as a person. So to have that kind of leadership and character, she's a woman that has a lot of character. She's a real one, so I'm never surprised in how she performs. She's always present. It's one of the things that when I've been around some of the greatest to ever play, they are present. They don't want to dominate you for, 23 minutes. They want to dominate you every single second they're out there. And that is a mindset. That is a different kind of approach, built different, hits different. That's what we want to do. We want to be present with each other the entire time.
Becky, you said in pregame that last game's defense was a C. You guys get 16 steals, 8 blocks. Not asking if this is an A, but is this a higher grade than last game? It just seemed like from the tip, the defense was locked in from moment one.
Yeah, it was. They passed this test tonight. But you have to do it every night. It can't be 20 minutes here or 30 minutes there. It has to be a full 40. I just really feel like when we're locked in defensively, we're very difficult to beat. And when we're not, we're not. I think the defense, not only that, we have some really great individual defenders. There's no reason why we can't be great as a team. So that will be my challenge to them every game, is to play that end of the floor. On the other hand, I mean, like I said before, Big Bird could coach them. They're that good offensively. I can help them out here and there, but mainly I want them taking ownership of everything they do out there, offensively and defensively. But they came ready to defend the paint tonight, and that's been my challenge. For the first day of training camp is I want to beat them. I want to be elite defensively, and so that's where it all has to start for us.
Becky, that said, you open the season in Seattle against a team that no longer has Super, Stewart, January. You go to LA and you gave your defense a C. LA comes here with a depleted roster. is there anything in the back of your mind that's like, we need a test at some point, we need a true test, we need a contender?
I mean, at this point, you just play who's in front of you. We're still playing a lot to our system. To the program, we haven't done a lot of outside schemes in the sense of like special defenses that we might do in the playoffs. But yeah, it's the test is definitely coming. They've obviously were depleted by more than a couple people being out. Their roster is pretty decimated at this point. But just like any team, it's next man up. Doesn't matter who we're playing. And you'll see me up there coaching the whole time because it's not about who we're playing. It's about the standard and the identity that who we want to be. So I know I probably look crazy at times up there, but I'm not looking at the score. I'm looking about building winning habits.
Take one more question from the room, please. I've got one here online.
Coach, I want to ask about the offense. You mentioned before that you were being more reads-based offense. How do you find the balance between letting your players work through those reads and trusting their talent, trusting their IQ, and also kind of establishing, okay, we want to have point A, point B, and to have point things like that?
I think it's somewhat a matter of accountability. If you watched film with me, a lot of times I'll pause it before I know if it goes in or not, because we're not results-based, a defense or offense. We're identity-based, purpose-based. So some things, they may come down, they might hit one, but I'll stop the film right there and say, I don't, she makes or she misses, but this is the kind of shot we're willing to give up. This is the kind of shot we want them to take. She might make it. I mean, at the end of the day, they're too good offensively. The score is never going to be, in the 40s and 50s. It's just too good. But are we giving up horse shots, or are we like playing our defense and making things difficult? That's what I'm more concerned with. And the same thing goes for offensively. Stop the tape right there. I don't care. Is it a good shot or a bad shot? That's how I rank us a lot of times, because I do know if we play the right way and we shoot and share the ball the way that I know we're capable of, we're gonna be all right more nights than not.
Bobby, you have a question online on the Zoom?
Yeah, Coach Hammon, I know there's been a lot of emotions and things you've gone through personally the last couple of weeks. Was there sort of just a feeling of relief in some ways tonight, the celebration, but also just to be back where you're probably happiest on the sideline?
For sure. I mean, it's so interesting how not only for, basketball players, but coaches or who's ever just been around the game, this is my 25th year in either the WNBA or the NBA. And it's my home space. So it was definitely nice to get out there, be with my team. But honestly, they've been so awesome through this whole thing. I mean, they know how to make me smile for sure. So, but it was nice to have this moment with them. And it was also, excuse me, nice to just be out there and be in the battle with them.
Thank you.
And thank you, Becky. Yep. We are coming in pretty shortly with Jackie and Asia.
There was bottles of water up here.